Hi crafters, welcome back to my channel, Choose Joy with Carmen. And it's time again for another Craft Roulette episode. And this one is going to be episode number 194. The project was square, colors, nest, element, ladder or ladders, and random, you had to add a cat. So let's just pull in my card and we'll go through the parameters one by one. So here's my card. So as far as I didn't want to do a square card, so I just added a square to the front of my card, and that's what this is right here. And then the colors nest. Well, this was interesting because I was thinking, well, a bird's nest, but then I fight with my squirrels so much, and they have tons of nests in my yard, and they constantly are, eating up materials that I have in my yard, like wind catchers or pillows or whatever. So when they make their nest, they make it with anything. So basically you could find any color in their nests. But here was the interesting thing is I looked it up, and the verb for nest is to fit an object or objects inside a larger one. So when I found this paper that I wanted to use, I'm going to call this my nest because there are objects inside of a larger one based on that definition that I just read you for nest as a verb. So all the objects that's inside the bigger object, which is my nest, I'm using all those colors on my card. So we've got the nest colors taken care of, and then the ladder or ladders for the element. Well, this was interesting because when I found this paper, I basically found it because I liked these little elves here that are stacked on top of each other so that they could get to the top of that tree to put the star on. So I'm considering that my ladder. My ladder is a ladder of elves. So we've got the element and then the random add a cat. Well, I went ahead and pulled out my sweet little stockings because I love that it has the animals in there. So I went ahead and added that little cat. And the hardest part of this card was the coloring because I was trying to do the blends on the cat and it just looked awful. I couldn't get it to come out the way I wanted it. So I ended up pulling in some watercolor pencils, and after I did my coloring, then I brought in my blender pan and smoothed it out. So that's how I did the cat with that. And then I did do the other coloring with my light and dark Stampin' blends from Stampin' Up. But then Stampin' Up never carried the garden green that I like in to match for this paper. So I had to go and pull out my Copics and find a combination that I would like. And I went ahead and found the these two, which is YG 63 and YG 67. So that's what I used to color the green on my stocking. And then the sentiments and the rest of that come from my little sweet stockings. And I stamped my sentiment in early espresso. And then I wanted to make these little dots on the back in that square area. And I wanted it to match the kind of the dots that is in the paper. And that's Coastal Cabana, but I thought Pool Party looked better. But after I did it, Really, Coastal Cabana would have been better because that's the color that's in the paper. But I went ahead and stuck with the Pool Party. It looks fine. You really can't even tell the difference, really. And so to get those little dots, I went ahead and found this Timeless textures, and found those little dots there. And then I used my stylish shapes for my squares. Well, actually just for the white one, and then I just cut a mat behind there. And so I think I've got everything covered. Um, we've got all the colors of the nest, which is everything that's inside this bag here, and the square, and the ladder with my little elves, and the add a cat. When I first saw these parameters, which I usually sometimes say, okay, I don't think I'm going to do it this week. But then I dig in and get started, and then I really have fun. So I really like the way this came out, and I'm so glad that I didn't decide not to do it this week. The guest was Christina Warner, and she was just like egging on the wheel, and I was just like, okay. And the parameters were quite different, but I was able to do it. But like they say, all parameters are doable, so I guess that's a true statement. So then on the inside, the back of this designer paper is this design here, so I just added that to the bottom. And then of course I had to have Santa Paws is coming to town to match the cat on the front, the little kitty on the front. So there we go. And then I added some Wink of Stella to the hat there. I don't know if you can see it, but just to the white areas. You probably can't see that, but it's there. All right. Oh, and I didn't tell you where the paper came from. So the paper came from this paper pack, which is called Santa's Workshop Specialty Paper. And it has a lot of fun designs in here, and this is the one that I used. All right, think I've told you everything that I need to say. I hope you enjoyed my card this week. Like I said, I was hesitant, but I'm really happy I did it because I think it came out really cute. I really like it. And I'm not a big cat person, but that's because I'm allergic to him. But he's so cute. So I'm not allergic to the paper ones. That's the good part. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed my video and my card. If you did, you know what I would love. A thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. So until the next Craft Roulette or my next video, I hope you guys have some fun time crafting. I know we're not going to have Craft Roulette this week, but that's okay. I can get caught up on some other things that I need to get done. Okay, well, until my next video, remember, choose joy, and may God bless you all. And if I don't have another video between now and Christmas, may you all have a very Merry Christmas. Bye-bye, everyone.